Good morning. So, what are we going to start today? Now the orientation for sociology. We already completed anthropology orientation. As you people are having dilemma with regard to what to choose and what not to choose with regard to optionals. I think this week is going to be a kind of one-stop solution. And then later on, you'll never come to me and tell me what is this optional, etc., etc. So spare your time and listen cautiously, understand the concepts, what is there in so and so things. So which is more scoring, which is more, there is nothing, thumb rule like this optional is more scoring like that. Based on the rational decisions, based on the rational evaluation, you'll get the marks. And today we are going to have one of the prominent and eminent faculty, Vinay Kumar sir, who will teach the society for sociology also for your optional orientation. Sir has graduated from IIT Jodhpur and Sir have also done his MA Sociology, went up to civil services interview one time, completed all his attempts. Since 8 years, past 8 years, he's been into this teaching field. He is teaching society, ethics as well. And he also, appeared in the civil services with sociology optional. We've also completed many batches in teaching sociology, and now Sir is here to give an orientation about this sociology, and he will be the faculty who is going to teach sociology for you, maybe in the offline or maybe in the online. Let's welcome him.
Very good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So, how long has been your preparation? 6 months. So physically 6 months or mentally from 10th or intermediate onwards you wanted to prepare? Because nowadays the trend is going on, no? Like from 6th class, parents have this dream of becoming IAS like me. They did not clear this exam. Then they will push their children into this. From 6th class onwards, your kid will start doing IAS. Without knowing the full form of IAS only or IPS only, he will be joined into this IAS coaching. Okay, so I heard that it's been 2 months since your classes have started, or 6 months. June batch. Okay. So you are done with. How many GS subjects have been done? Polity. Okay, polity, history, and geography is going on. Okay. So what is your background? Your background, like engineering, like you have done graduation, that is there. So from which background are you? Everyone from engineering? Then from arts background, how many? Commerce. Okay, commerce, arts. Okay, engineering is major chunk. Okay, engineering, I am also have done my engineering. Okay, so do you know anything about this sociology, or is it that already have made decision to choose optional as sociology, or should I do marketing of my subject such that you will be pushed into sociology? మెట్రో స్టేషన్ ఎక్కక ముందు రెడీగా ఉంటారు కదా బుక్స్ పట్టుకొని, ఈ బుక్ కొనండి, విత్ ఇన్ నో టైమ్ యూ విల్ బికమ్ ద మోస్ట్ నాలెడ్జబుల్ పర్సన్ ఇన్ దిస్ ఎస్ఆర్ నగర్ surroundings. We won't give guarantee for other areas. Okay, so it's like you don't have any prior knowledge about sociology. You just want to listen to me and then you have to take decision. So first things first. So jokes apart, what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to be that marketing agent to promote my sociology. See, what they do is they will hide the facts and they propagate that this is best product. In fact, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you the essence of sociology, what we are going to do in sociology, how this sociology as a subject is going to help you clear the services and not only to clear this examination, but also I'm sure, okay, this sociology as a subject will make you a better person. Many teachers might have already said that this UPSC preparation is challenging. This UPSC preparation tests your patience. This UPSC preparation will test every level. Okay, there are so many hardships in this preparation, but what at the end you will emerge out as a better person. So sociology is also one subject. In this sociology we are going to study about society. What is sociology? Study about society or study about social institutions and its development. Okay, what is society? What we are living in is society. Okay, so society is nothing but in which we are living, in which we interact with other individuals, other institutions, and that is how we develop as a individual into a human being, into a better human being. Okay, this society teaches everything. We observe from society. Society in one way or other way teaches you, okay, to become a better person. Okay, so now you are saying, sir, all the people who have studied sociology are better persons. So I cannot give guarantee for that. Okay, but what I am trying to say is the essence of the subject is such that it will give you a clarity about society. Okay, so saying that, when we are talking about society, see, I'm not going to introduce you into detailed theories of sociology. What I'm trying to give you is the broader frameworks which we will cover in sociology. I'm not going to teach you any theory, but the essence of those theories I'll try to teach you. Then you can take a rational you can use your rational thought and come to a decision whether you have to take sociology as an optional or not. Is it clear? So first what we are going to do is I'll try to tell you what is the essence of sociology. Then we will be discussing what we are going to read in sociology. Then how to read this subject. How to read is everyone might be clear by now. How many people know, how many people have seen syllabus of UPSC completely? Okay, how many people have this syllabus on your fingertips? Yes, you have. So very few people. But what is syllabus? Is the guiding force to in your preparation. Whether there might be a mentor like me or not, syllabus should be your guiding light to your success. So please get familiarized with that syllabus. So today also most of my class is going to be based around this syllabus. I'll be discussing into syllabus. So before going into syllabus also, let me tell you what we are going to study in sociology, or essence of sociology. So you might be knowing that in sociology we have two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Every optional there are two papers, paper 1, paper 2, and almost it's more or the same. Every optional will have, in paper 1 there would be static theories. Okay, so 80% would be the static, and paper 2 will be the application of those theories. First things first. So why they have divided this into two papers? So in paper 1 what we are going to have is, we are going to have the static theories. Based on the static theories we are going to have these applications, whether it might be history, whether it might be geography, whatever option you take. So sociology is also the same, but in sociology the percentage varies. So I say that hardly 50 to 60% would be theories in paper 1, and rest 40% would also be applications. So let me tell you, we will discuss how. So what are these theories? Okay, now in paper 2 we are going to have this application part. Sir, applications, what are going to be these applications? See, basically in paper 1 we are going to learn about, we are going to dig deep into the world of sociology. What the sociological founders, sociology as a discipline, how the founders of this discipline have given theories about this society or sociology. Okay, what type of theories they have given. Okay, then we will be talking about Indian thinkers. Then we will be talking about this application of these theories in Indian context. Is it clear? So now you understood the broader framework, how the syllabus has been divided, paper 1 and paper 2. Why paper 1 and paper 2? So paper 1 we will have the static theories, and based on that we will have these applications. Okay, see, ఎవరు ఏం రాసుకోవద్దు, నేను రాకెట్ సైన్స్ ఏం చెప్పట్లేదు. అండ్ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఏంది అంటే సోషాలజీ ఈజ్ నాట్ రాకెట్ సైన్స్. You in other optionals you have new theories which you might not be familiar. So sociology is nothing but society. See, మీకు తెలియని సొసైటీ ఏమన్నా ఉందా? ఈ సోషల్ మీడియా, ఈ సోషల్ మీడియా కాకుండా టీవీ వాళ్ళు కూడా చిన్న బాబు ఎక్కడనో ఏదో ట్రాప్ లో పడిపోతే అన్ని న్యూస్ ఛానల్స్ అన్ని కవర్ చేస్తాయి అన్నమాట, మార్నింగ్ నుంచి ఈవినింగ్ వరకు. బాబు బయటకు వస్తాడా లేడా, ఆల్రెడీ జడ్జిమెంట్ వాళ్ళే ఇచ్చేస్తారనమాట. బాబు 60% వచ్చాడు, ఇంకా 40% రాలేదు, కానీ 40% కూడా ఛాన్సెస్ తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి. సో వాట్ ఐమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు సే ఇస్, in sociology we are not going to learn something which is new, but we are going to develop a perspective which is going to be new. Am I clear? See, society means nothing but basically everyone by birth they have assigned something. What is that? Before name only they will be saying give that identity. See, generally for an individual identity is nothing but name. How I have introduced myself? My name is Vinay Kumar, I have done my graduation so and so college, then I have done my masters. This is how I introduce. Okay, and have a teaching experience. That is my identity. But by birth I don't get this identity. I get an identity that is in which caste I am born, in which religion I am born. You understand my point? So these type of identities are being given by birth only. So is it new to Indian society, or such a type of identities have been given to other societies also? This is what we are going to see. You understand my point? That is why I said that it is not rocket science. But the point is, what is the need for society to give that identity? Why our society is blindly in a rush to give this identity? Okay, this is what we are going to learn. So am I clear? I am saying that we are going to learn new perspective into how we perceive our society, how we look at our society. Okay, saying this, moving forward, we will talk. See, sociology as a subject, as I said, it is nothing but study about society and how the society progresses, what type of changes happens. Okay, changes. See, society is not going to be the same how it was today and how it is going to do you guarantee that the same society would be there in the next generation or next 10 years? It changes. But do you guarantee that definitely it changes? No, sir. If at all it changes, in India we know that caste is not that a identity which we have to perceive, but people are still fighting about caste. Now we are living in the society. It would be, when we are talking about sociology, it would be wrong on my part not to discuss about elections which is happening in Telangana. Now the elections of Telangana which is happening, everyone nowadays earlier talked about development and all. Even the income, the present chief minister or his political party or the opposition parties talked about development. But when an election comes, development have sidelined. The allotment of seats has been on caste lines. You understand my point? Okay, not only caste lines, we will be they also give equal importance to on money lines, religion. You understand my point? So that is the reason why what I am trying to say is, through this, when we dig deep into society, we are going to learn into new perspective how politics is influencing caste, how caste is influencing politics. Have you heard of the word politicization of caste and casteization of politics? Okay, see, I think I went too far, but we will be still in the introduction only. Then we will definitely, I'll talk about it, because now we are living in this the fever called World Cup fever okati nadustundi India lo. Telangana particular ga elections fever nadustundi. So we will be discussing about it, and then we will discuss more into that essence of sociology. So now when we are talking about sociology. See, I need not introduce to you this course, but I have to tell you what we are going to study, what type of understanding you are going to develop. Because why I'm saying this is, everyone is a part of this society, everyone knows something about this society. Now, that is an advantage of this optional called sociology, because there is nothing new you are going to learn in terms of what are the characteristics of this society. All these things we will learn as a theoretical, but I don't need to introduce you what is society. If at all there is a geography as a subject, we have to introduce you. Then philosophy as a subject, I have to introduce you. But when it comes to sociology, it is nothing but how you are interacting with society. So everyone is born and brought up in this society. You have a certain understanding about this society. That is a reason why this is one of the advantage. But telling here itself, I have to tell you, I have to give you one caution when we are talking about when we are talking about sociology. That caution is, yes, you have an understanding of society, that is an advantage in taking sociology. But the point is, there should be some understanding you have to let go. Ante, already you have some understanding about society, but that understanding, is it correct? How far is it correct? You understand my point? So there will be a learning of sociology. There also have to be a unlearning of your understanding. You understand my point? Because until and unless you don't when you look into the theories, you will understand that this might not be my correct perspective. And telling it, I am not here to change your perspective towards your caste or towards your religion. But the point is, UPSC is adamant about it. UPSC wants an IAS officer who is a person who is driven by rational thought, who have this scientific temper. You understand my point? Rational thought processing should be developed. So what I will be trying to do is, I will try to imbibe that rational thought. So that is the reason why there will be definitely some unlearning should be done and learning should be done. So this is how we are going to look into this optional called sociology. Till now, do you have any doubts? Anyone? Okay, you know, in paper 1, it will be basically optional will be 500 marks. Okay, can someone, I think it has become monotonous in introducing sociology. Let us hear from you. What might be the driving force? Ikkada కూర్చోడానికి అరే sociology అంటే ఏందో విన్నానికైనా మీరు you pull yourself and came and listening to me. You have come here and listening to me. So what is the driving force in attending this orientation? Knowing about sociology. Okay, అదే నేను చెప్తున్నాను, మీరు అదే చెప్తున్నారు. How easier, how, because I just want to orient my session based on your requirement. Because it's, see, every student or every individual who is an aspirant have their particular demands. Okay, so my orientation, it is not that like a PDF లో కూడా ఏం లేదు, సిలబస్ ఏ ఉంది, అంతకు తప్పించి కొత్తగా ఏం లేదు. చెప్పాను కదా, నథింగ్ లైక్ రాకెట్ సైన్స్, బట్ ద సిలబస్ ఐ విల్ డిస్కస్. బట్ వాట్ ఆర్ యువర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్? సో సింపుల్ థింగ్ ఇస్ హౌ ఈజీ ఇట్ ఈస్. Okay, that is one argument. Next, past rating of the subject. See, this is also we are going to study rating anta. Uber driver drive finish gangane, madam 5-star rating is that. No ma'am, I'm not joking about what you have said is, but we are going to study. We are talking, see, rating nowadays everywhere we are talking about rating is gig economy. Gig economy ante telusu kada, Uber drivers or Zomato delivery. So we will discuss. I'm not going to define what are gig workers, but you know that. Okay, we are going to learn. See, so sociology as a subject, when you look, it is, someone thinks that no, sociological theories have written in 19th century. Okay, Karl Marx has written a theory. Okay, Weber have written a theory. But sociology, their research work is still relevant today. Okay, Marxian theory, Weberian theory, Durkheim theory, okay, those are still relevant. So saying that sociology is static, I also initially I said no. When I said that the static portion is going to be 40 or 50%, 50 to 60%, but more it is going to be application. The applications we are going to look, it is still significant now, and it is going to be, no one can deny it. Those theories, there is no depth to those theories and its applicabilities. We will be looking into those. Okay, so she want to know the rating of the subject. Okay, good. Next, see, basically what she wanted to, I want to streamline what she said is, reframe what she is saying is, sir, how was previous papers, how students cleared this examination, వాళ్ళకి ఎన్ని మార్కులు వచ్చినాయి, నేను తీసుకుంటే నాకు ఎన్ని మార్కులు వస్తాయి, సింపుల్ అంతే కదా. వాళ్ళకి, see, everyone comfortable in Telugu? Is anyone not comfortable in Telugu? Okay, see, if at all, mostly I'll refrain from speaking in Telugu, but if at all, see, Telugu is an emotion, you cannot, any mother language is an emotion, you cannot take away. So if at all I'm going into speaking so much in Telugu, you can stop, interrupt me and tell, I'll reframe what I have said. Okay, so where are we? Rating. Okay, we so what she what she want to ask is, sir, how was previous how students have, aspirants have excelled in sociology, what is their scoring, is it easy? Okay, next question is, she said no, is it easy? When you said easy, prove us, that is why we are here. Sir, you said it is easy, prove us it is easy. Next, okay, these two arguments we will be looking at. How many marks previous aspirants have scored, or how many aspirants have cleared this UPSC with sociology as an optional. Okay, we will discuss that. Okay, next. In general, UPSC preparation will practically improve your maturity levels. నేను ఏమంటాను అంటే, మీరు జూన్లో స్టార్ట్ అయ్యారా? So you have started your coaching from June. So definitely many friends would be calling, you would be ignoring some friends call, or in person ఎవరైనా కలిసిన తర్వాత కూడా starting లో that friend was very close, but gradually you will become distance, you will keep that distance from you. I'm telling you, it happens for everyone. I've asked many students, they said it is true. The distance is not that you don't like that person, but if the distance is nothing but your maturity levels and his maturity levels started to clash. When you have a discussion with them, see, when you discuss about certain issue which is in like newspaper, for suppose, let me tell you one simple example, Shabarimala issue. So Shabarimala issue, like I'll take first previous example, and the reason why I took Shabarimala example is also because here the weightage is women outweighs men here. Okay, so first we will talk with this Shabarimala issue. So when you talk about Shabarimala issue, it's, see, even Supreme Court did not have consensus about it. The judgment of Supreme Court was divided, but Supreme Court in its judgment have allowed women to enter into Shabarimala temple. When you discuss about that issue, don't you think there, see, ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ప్రతి ఒక్కటి తెలియాలని రూల్ లేదు, but the knowledge you have, there should be some rational thought. So that is why you will clearly distance yourself from other people. Don't you think that yourself as growing? When not only with friends, family also. See, IAS preparation కి వచ్చినామంటే, first and foremost people who will be most excited apart from aspirant is పేరెంట్స్ కాదు, కింగ్స్, రిలేటివ్స్. పెద్దమ్మ, పిన్ని, నువ్వు ఐఏఎస్ కోచింగ్కి వెళ్ళట్లేదు అని చెప్పట్లేదు, మా కూతురు లేకపోతే మా కోడలు ఐఏఎస్ అయిపోయింది అని చెప్తారు. అండ్ వెన్ యూ డిస్కస్ విత్ దెమ్ సమ్ ఇష్యూస్, నౌ డోంట్ యూ థింక్ యూ క్లియర్లీ సీ వాట్ దేర్ థింకింగ్ ఈస్. బట్ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ అని ఇక దూరం పెట్టలేము, కానీ ఏదో ఒకటి మాట్లాడాలి. గంట సేపు మాట్లాడేది 5 నిమిషాలు మాట్లాడతాం. సో ఇట్స్ నాట్ that individual has become unbearable. Their thought process has not in sync with you. You understand my point? So definitely I'm sure I was not the same person who I am today. I have changed a lot because of this UPSC preparation. That is same for everyone. See, this is one thumb rule. All the UPSC aspirants is not going to become success. If at all I say that everyone is going to become successful, even you won't agree. Sir, when 99% of the candidates who are appearing not clearing prelims, how can you say that this is successful? Everyone is going to be successful. But at most 100% of the people will become a better individual. That is for sure. Okay. So I think I have answered your question. Okay. Next. Any other question? ఇంకేం డౌట్స్ లేవా? అంటే సి మళ్ళీ దిస్ ఇస్ లైక్ దిస్ ఇస్ క్వశ్చనింగ్ యువర్ ప్రిపరేషన్. యూ సీ, డోంట్ యూ సీ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్? ఇఫ్ ఎట్ ఆల్ దేర్ ఆర్ నో డౌట్స్, then you are not questioning your preparation, you are not questioning yourself. Until and unless you don't question yourself, you can't become a better person. Telling you. So okay, what are the other doubts you have regarding this? So very good question. Okay, in my session I'll answer that. Okay, next. Is it working? No. Sociology have short syllabus, let me tell you. And okay, see, with this question I wanted to answer one of the which I should have answered in the introductory comments itself. See, unlike other optionals, I'm not comparing other optionals, but this is one thing which I want to tell about sociology. I have seen with other optionals also. Sociology, we have to thank UPSC, because sociology is one optional which starts with ABCD of sociology. It's nothing that you don't know anything. That's the reason why I asked about your education backgrounds, whether you are from engineering, whether you are from commerce, or whether you are from arts background. It has nothing to do with taking up this sociology. Okay, so that is the reason why this sociology syllabus starts with ABCD. And saying this, sir, ABCD నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంటే సిలబస్ పెద్దగా ఉంటుంది కదా, Z వరకు వచ్చేసరికి చాలా పెద్దగా అవుతుంది కదా. No, so the syllabus is also short. Okay, and why I'm saying it is short is, when you look at the syllabus is going to be there. The point is its applications is more. See, saying that I have to give caution, sir, then you are saying it is very short syllabus. Yes, scoring is high. Then yes, we will definitely take sociology. No. Listen to my class. Let us go into the syllabus. Then you can take a clear decision. Okay, one thing is sure, that syllabus is short, and other thing is advantage of taking sociology optional, going through sociology optional is it starts with ABCD. Okay, you don't know anything about sociology. It starts from that. And we have to thank this UPSC also, because I don't know about other optionals as such. The sociology syllabus is also chronological. When I start from first chapter, you will understand that every chapter is linked to other. See, definitely theories are going to be, you learn one sociological theory, you are not going to apply in anthropology or somewhere else. Definitely it have to be applied in society only. So, but its application is going to be there in entire syllabus, but the point is connectivity is going to be there. You will never lose connectivity. It starts from basic. The syllabus is designed in a chronological or integrated manner, let me tell you, such that you will have a good understanding of sociology. You will never feel left out. So that is the reason why, if at all we start our classes, I request that don't miss any classes. If at all you miss a class, please go and complete your backlog classes and attend, because everything is integrated. When we talk about syllabus, we will be discussing it. Okay, apart from that, any other doubts you have regarding this optional? So till now, the doubts which you have asked is whether it is easy, whether is it scoring, how aspirants have cleared this examination, Okay, next the thing is application. Like if you learn sociology, is it going to be helpful with other GS subjects? Okay, that we will be discussing in detail. Okay, I have said earlier no that I am going to not going to hide facts. I'm going to portray facts and prove my point. Okay, next any other? Who said that? Okay, see, let us not go into this. Sociological, today I'll discuss, okay, saying, I'll try to tell how the evolution of this subject as a discipline has happened. Okay, we'll discuss that. Yes. Any other doubts? Sir, meekem doubts leva? Sir, in number they are more. In questions also they have asked more. Okay, chalo, we'll move forward. Till now you understood, at least you understood what is the introduction of, at least you understood what is sociology, okay, what we are going. So, now, next, moving forward, we are going to discuss about, okay, in sociology we are going to talk about all these things, okay, we are going to talk about social institutions, okay, intimacy, domestic violence, religion, okay, relationships, okay, cultural identities, ethnic identities, okay, family structure, sexuality, okay, all these things. Okay, before going forward, let me ask you one question. What are all the issues which are happening around you think that might be the domain of sociological studies presently? Caste based politics which is happening. నేను చెప్పింది కాకుండా కొత్తది. Racism. Okay, racial conflicts which is happening. LGBT rights. Very good. Nepotism. Religion. Recent గా జరుగుతున్న issues. Recently LGBT issue is there. Racial conflict ఎప్పుడు జరుగుతూనే ఉంటాయి. ఈ మధ్యలో న్యూస్ లో లేవు. Women empowerment. Okay. Religious issues. See, elections, when elections are going to happen, okay, caste and religion identities somehow pops up, okay, and that takes limelight apart from other issues, okay, whether it might be sharing of seats, whether it might be giving seats to them, okay, all these things. Next. Okay, so you are talking about exploitation basically, which Karl Marx have talked about exploitation. Very good. Yes, that's women rights, women issues. See, in sociology we are going to talk about women rights, women issues. We are talking about, we will discuss about international perspectives. We will talk about feminism, how feminism is there in theories of feminism, how theories of feminism are different. See, when feminism is nothing but talking about women's right, treating them equally. But when we treating them equally, but there are some feminist movements which are very different in their stand. Okay, what I'm trying to say is there are some radical feminists. There are liberal feminists. Okay, so we will be discussing about this. See, that is the reason why. See, I just want you to be first engaged in sociology, then you will appreciate what I am trying to say. Okay, next, what are the other issues? Honor killing. Very good. Same-sex marriage. Okay, same-sex marriage, LGBT rights, same-sex marriage. Okay. Suicide cases. Very good. Health sector. Okay, health related. Good. Well and good. Very good. Poverty and unemployment. See, we will look into social dimensions of environmental issues. Okay, then that is overlapping when it comes to geography, and this we will look into this. Okay, next. Marriage. See, syllabus lo emundi em anatle. Listen what I'm trying to say. See, first I want you to engage, I want to grab that attention, saying that what you know about the current issues which are happening and you think that it is sociologically so much relevant now. See, social issues are always relevant, but now which is taking more limelight? Dowry. Okay, as I said, we discussed about Shabarimala. First, let me talk about Shabarimala issue. Then we will be moving forward. Okay, see, now my next 30-40 minutes of my class is going to, I am going to discuss about essence of sociology. Hey. Okay. We'll do that. Okay, so now in next 30-40 minutes, we are going to discuss about essence of sociology. It is not that you know, but it's nothing but we will discuss for the next 30-40 minutes what you know. I'll dig deep into give new perspectives. Okay, so first we will be talking about, okay, I said Shabarimala issue. First we'll start from very basic issue, sex ratio. Okay, so no one have said about sex ratio. Now, what is the problem of sex ratio in India? What is this sex ratio and what is its sociological impact? Sorry? Number of females per 1,000. Okay, see, Indian sex ratio is 943. Okay, but you know the natural tendency, when you look at the natural way of birth, we see the sex ratio should be 1,014 females for 1,000 men, or girl child, boy child. But from 1,014 till 943, don't you see this difference? Okay, now what is its sociological impact? Why, first of all, why this happened? Second thing, by this adverse sex ratio, how society is going to impact? What are the sociological dimensions into this?
So what is the 1,014?
Like naturally, like when you take the reproductive rate and the birth of children, so like you say scientifically it is proven that 1,014 girl childs will be born for 1,000 compared to 1,000 male child in general all over the world, or general tendency. Okay, but now in India the ratio is somewhere around 943. First of all, see, definitely because of this is natural tendency. This happened because of some reasons. What are those reasons? Why do you think that this happened? Patriarchy. Very good. Okay. Okay, one reason is patriarchy. Next, poverty. How poverty is giving to this adverse sex ratio? Okay, see, okay, I know I am not going to waste your time, because all those issues which you know, we will be summing up quickly. So, can I say the word as sun meta preference? Indian mindsets. Sun meta preference. This is a word which has been used in economic survey, which you might be knowing. Means every Indian parent, or not every, many Indian parents are inclined towards son, or giving birth to son. So next we will be discussing about female feticide. Okay, sex selective practices. You understand my point? These are all impacting. You understand my point? These are all the reasons which you will learn in GS. Now, saying this sex ratio, you know, the sex ratio is in India, the sex ratio is same in all the states. There are some states in India where the sex ratio is below 900. Those states are Haryana, Punjab, Jammu Kashmir, Rajasthan to extent. Okay. Now, when you said that, sir, poverty, is everyone with me? I'm not going fast, no? Okay. See, the reason why I want you to be participant is then only you will understand where we are heading. You will understand what we are going to study in this subject. See, when we are saying that, when one of you have said that, sir, poverty is one of the reason why there is having adverse sex ratio. Now, my point is the sex ratio should be least in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, where poverty levels are high. Punjab and Haryana, because of Green Revolution, the poverty levels are less poverty levels. There is prosperity. You understand my point? So, then why in Punjab and Haryana we have this less adverse sex ratio compared to Bihar? Bihar is also bad. Indian society is patriarchy. Male domination and patriarchy. Okay, I think I have to use other color, right? Okay. Male domination is patriarchy. No. See, all those things are the reasons for adverse sex ratio. Now we are talking about why there is regional difference. Why? Definitely Bihar, there should be, according to you, because of poverty, so there should be less adverse sex ratio compared to Punjab and Haryana. See, in Punjab and Haryana, what happened is, have you heard of Green Revolution? So, Green Revolution happened, and Green Revolution gave prosperity. You see, a peculiar phenomena happened in Punjab and Haryana. When I said about patriarchy, you might be okay. You said I have to use okay. So when I said patriarchy,
Small.
Okay. Okay, when I said patriarchy, in Punjab and Haryana, what happened is they have consolidated this patriarchy with prosperity. When they got this prosperity, they have consolidated this patriarchy. What I'm trying to say is, listen carefully. Don't go by the word, English words, a fancy word, same judakandi. I'll try to simplify it. Consolidation of patriarchy means nothing but they used this prosperity and used technology to select, to know the sex of the baby. You understand my point? So, see, if you don't have proper prosperity, definitely you don't know, you don't go to the hospital. See, in government hospital, it is not allowed. If you bribe a government officer, then only he will be disclosing that sex or gender of that baby. You understand my point? Now you got consolidation of patriarchy. Is it clear? Now the story doesn't end here. Now what happened? Is it clear? Is everyone with me? See, what I have started is, I am trying to discuss the essence of sociology. We are looking into the sociology, one issue, how it is impacting society. So we have took that issue of sex ratio. When I said that why there is an adverse sex ratio, when there is a normal tendency is 1014, there should be more females compared to men. But we have changed these dynamics. We have changed this. How we have changed is different things. And the reasons is also different. We have discussed. So I'm targeting one thing. See, when you said poverty is one issue where we have adverse sex ratio, why not we have that in Bihar compared to Punjab and Haryana, which is prosperous regions? Okay. Now, the argument is, now you got, I said prosperity has not been used for progressive thought. In fact, they are using it regressively and consolidating this patriarchy. So prosperity, using this prosperity, they are consolidating this patriarchy. Is it clear? Now, what is that impact? Simple. In Haryana, Punjab, we see rising up of Salman Khans. 60 years, no marriages. అంతేనా కదా, 50+ అయినా కూడా పెళ్లి కావట్లేదు సల్మాన్ ఖాన్. ఓకే, నౌ why there are many unmarried people, men. It's not by choice, because they are not finding, you understand my point, for marriage. Now you see why this peculiar phenomena is because of this adverse sex ratio. In the earlier, before, see, when we are talking about caste discrimination, I said no, by birth you will be assigning. But when we are talking about women issues, women face a like peak stage of discrimination even before birth of a child. A child is facing discrimination. Discrimination not starts after her birth, before her birth only. Pre-birth discrimination starts. Are you don't want a girl child means what? It is discrimination or not? You understand my point? So discrimination starts. So these are the lines. See, now when we are discussing, when we discuss about answer writing, these type of arguments would fetch you more marks. Okay, and these type of arguments are also very much, the syllabus is there. Women related issues is there in GS1. Indian society. We will be discussing about that also. Okay, is it clear? Now, prosperity has been consolidated. Now the problem is, because of this, like adverse sex ratio, men couldn't find a bride. You understand my point? Now the argument here is this: because of these things, many men are being unmarried by force. And you know, when we dig deep into this, we see modern Draupadi systems is evolving in Punjab and Haryana. Do you know about Draupadi?
Yes.
Married 5 Pandavas? Okay. In Punjab and Haryana also, we see a family, siblings are selecting one girl as their bride. One girl marrying 3. In Punjab and Haryana, there are joint family systems. Sometimes there will be 4, 5 siblings. They would be marrying, all together marrying one girl. You understand my point? We call, in sociological term, we call it as an polyandry marriage, polyandrous marriage. You understand my point? So, I am not going into technicalities, but when we are discussing about essence, now you understood the sociological impact. See how one issue is having so much influence on society, not only on a discrimination perspective, as a family, marriage as an institution, how many changes it is bringing. You understand my point? That is the reason why in Punjab and Haryana, polyandrous marriage is pretty common now. One reason, first reason is definitely they are not able to get a prospective girl for marriage. So, and you know, because of this marriage, when you see, definitely people around will not be, people in that state or people who are wealthy will not agree their girl child for such marriage. So because of these things, going further, we see new type of migration is happening. Labor will migrate for job. Women are being migrated for marriage into Punjab and Haryana. You understand my point? Did you get new dimension into migration? Did you get new dimension into marriage? Okay, next. Sir, what is the reason when you are saying they are prosperous? Okay, what is the reason why they are going ahead with this type of marriage, which is not traditional marriage, it is kind of orthodox, which is not, what I am trying to say is not common, uncommon. Why it is happening? There should be one strong reason. What do you think? What might be the other reason? Like, okay, prospective bride, elago dorkatledu, that is the reason why they are migrating. Sir, chala mandi like they can ask many girls to migrate to Punjab or okay. So this would be there. But what might be the other reason why we see this type of marriage is happening? Another strong reason is there.
That's why I think that they followed the ancestors.
Okay, that might be the reason, but that is not the, I'm saying, you know, there should be, see, see, in a society, when you see such type of things which is not common, definitely there will be, what you say, people will not like it and people will tend to oppose it. But my argument is, instead of opposition, there is acceptance. Why there is acceptance to such marriage? One thing is, definitely there is no prospective bride, and definitely women are being migrated for that. Okay, forcefully they are bringing women from different regions. Against her wish also some marriages are happening. But I am saying the society of Haryana and Punjab, why they have accepted? Okay, see, all these things are there. Let me tell you, not to drag here. See, the thing here is, Punjab and Haryana, there are landlords. They have this consolidation of land. Now, definitely, what happens when you are, when can you say that you are a landlord? You have 100 acres or 150 acres. Okay. So when, if at all, every sibling is married to other girl. Okay. Now, don't you think this fragmentation will happen? They are also not ready for that. So when they all marry one girl, fragmentation of land, there is no option. You understood my point? So this issue have economic significance which is impacting society. You understand my point? This is what I am trying to say about essence of sociology. We are going to learn this subject. We are going to look into this issue from this perspective. I hope I have given some new insights, new perspective into this issue. Sex ratio. Next. Okay. Recently, there is so much of issue which is happening regarding hours of work. Narayan Murthy. So what is your take on that?
He's taking like his past. He's thinking like his past. He was very hardworking. So he's thinking every present you should be that hardworking. But it's not possible now because mental health, we have to focus, environmental, everything to be noticed.
Okay. Next. Very good. Very good. Next. What are your views?
Amount of working hours depends upon individual.
Okay.
If we want to do that, it will be easy for us. But if it is imposed forcibly, then it will be very difficult. For suppose like scientists work long hours in doing research because they are very interested in it.
Very good. I really appreciate you. Very good points you have raised. So, okay.
As working hours are like they increase, he's suggesting us to increase the working hours. Right? It should also be that even capital also should be increased, so that most of the times, as in case in India, capital is not much. Many labor intensive techniques are there. So capital intensive techniques will help us to increase the productivity without increasing the working hours.
Okay. Very good. Very good. This proves that you have done some GS preparation, because now you say, don't you think you have changed in this? Like you asked my question, no? You asked the question, no? Like how we are going to change. So this new perspective will add to every individual. Okay. Apart from that, any other take on this issue? Very good. Okay. See, as I said, no, Karl Marx was an 18th century thinker. He have given a concept called alienation. Okay. Have you heard about this word, alienation? Okay, have you heard of the word alienation? So, see, I'm just summing up what you have said. See, basically, what Narayana Murthy have said is, for our economic growth. See, basically, his argument, when he is saying economic growth, he is saying that workers should work for 70 hours. Okay, so quickly we are going to discuss about this, okay, because I think you know much of this issue. In general studies you have read about it. We'll just discuss about sociological dimension and we'll move forward. Okay, so when he's talking about 70 hours work, he's saying that productivity should be improved. When productivity improves, economic growth happens. Simple argument. More working hours, productivity increase, should be improved. Thereby economic growth should happen. Now the first thing, when we are discussing about these things, see, definitely focus should not be on working hours to increase productivity. Not productivity is a subjective thing. This depends on many factors. It depends on the mental strength. It depends on the skill set. See, if you keep an unskilled person and asked for a productivity, giving a skilled equipment, skilled infrastructure, you'll never get that productivity. So, and the point here is, when you are saying that you are asking workers to work more, in return, what he is going to get? See, when if at all there is X company, now employees who are working for 48 hours, now he started working for 60 hours, 70 hours. The productivity has increased. Do you think that productivity is helping in the career growth of that worker? Where is this distributive justice? You understand my point? Second argument, when you are talking about economic growth, okay, companies will grow. Is economy taking along the last one in the economy along? Or is it rich are becoming rich and poor are becoming poor? Is this happening? These are all the issues you have to talk. Just by saying 70 hours of work doesn't end the debate. It starts the debate. So everyone is saying that, okay, Narayana Murthy, you have started the debate, please end it. But no one is, you understand my point? The debate has been ended by other thinkers. You are saying, okay, economic growth happens, productivity improves, but are the lives of the last man in the economy will improve? Is the economy being distributed? We'll say trickle down effect. Does it happen or not? So this is from the perspective of GS. The second point is, when you are saying you work, see what Karl Marx have said is, Karl Marx have said that when you are working in an industry, okay, we'll discuss about Karl Marx, but when you're working in an industry, earlier days what used to happen was, like 18th century, 19th century, industrialization just started. What happened was, workers used to go to industries and make a product. There used to be a sense of satisfaction that his labor has been turned into a product. Means nothing but an artist have painted a beautiful art. He worked vigorously for 15-20 hours. Okay, he sold it for 100 rupees. Don't you think his hard work has been paid? He'll get that satisfaction. But this was the scenario in every industry. So in some industries or in some offices, software offices, you'll get easily connected. Software offices, someone is working 70 hours in front of computer and he's making a product. That too, his contribution is very less. Even after 70 hours of work also, they will say that their work is very minute because there is so much of workforce. Everyone is adding something to the product. Do you think that he will get that satisfaction that I made this product? So this distance is increasing. That is what we call as an disconnect from the product, or forcing someone to work in a place where he is not comfortable. He'll feel alienation. This, you understand my point? So the debate might be 70 hours of work, but there is one insights which has been given by Karl Marx in 18th century. Do you think that Karl Marx would have thought that Narayana Murthy would say 70 hours of work and he have given this theory? You understood there are some theories which have these universal applications in society. One such example is alienation. You understand my point? Until and unless you don't get that satisfaction, until and unless you don't think that I have contributed to this product. You understand my point? People will feel, why this alienation happens is, people will feel meaningless. People will feel that fatigue. Then they will be alienated from that place. Simple point. See, idantha kaakapoyina gaani alienation simple ga cheppali. Simple best example. You know, COVID, During COVID, there was social distancing, so everything was online classes. See, now do you expect me to give this same lecture with same energy in front of a camera without looking at your faces, without interacting with students? Do you think that I can deliver that lecture? I'll feel alienated. Now you understood what is alienation? You understand my point? These type of theories are going to be studied in sociology. You understand my point? Now did you get the essence of sociology? Okay. We will not go into that detailed heavy concepts. Then let us talk very simple thing. Now don't you think Big Boss is also has a sociological dimension to it? Just give a thought. People from diverse backgrounds who are in pop culture, TV no lekapothe YouTube lo no, పాపులర్ అయిన క్యాండిడేట్స్ అందరినీ తీసుకొచ్చి ఒక ఇంట్లో కూర్చోబెడతారు కెమెరా ముందు. బిగ్ బాస్ వీని ఎలిమినేట్ చేయమని గాసిప్ చేసుకుంటారు. యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ మై పాయింట్? నౌ డోంట్ యూ థింక్ దెర్ ఈస్ ఎన్ డైమెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ పవర్, దెర్ ఈస్ ఎ డైమెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ గాసిప్? ఓకే, వై డూ యూ థింక్ దట్ బిగ్ బాస్ హెస్ బికమ్ సో పాపులర్? వ్యూవర్షిప్, టీఆర్పీ, అంటే జనాలు అందరు చూస్తున్నారు. కెన్ యూ గివ్ మీ సమ్? ఓకే, why do you think that Big Boss has become popular? What is your understanding of it? See, sociological dimension we will discuss. See, Big Boss has so much relevant in so many theories, we will discuss it. Okay, when it comes to power, when it comes to behavior, okay, identity, we will discuss about this. See, Big Boss, not a sociological dimension, but it is not the study of sociology, but what I feel is why Big Boss has become so famous nowadays, why TRP is every individual have this habit of judging others. అంతెందుకు నేను ఇప్పుడు మీ ముందు నిల్చొని కూడా ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ప్రూవ్ మై పర్సనాలిటీ, ట్రై టు కన్విన్స్ దట్ ఓకే ఐ విల్ టీచ్ సోషాలజీ, జాయిన్ మై క్లాసెస్. ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్కి వచ్చిన 5 minutes ముందే అసలు వీడు టీచింగ్ ఎలా చేస్తాడు, how his teaching is going to be there, does he have an experience, can he teach? So first, instead of giving a thought, you'll observe and you'll give judgment. Observation is not wrong, judgment is first. See, always for an individual, judgment should take backstage, observation should happen. But we Indians are more becoming inclined towards judgment. ఎవరైనా గలవగానే ఫస్ట్ జడ్జ్మెంట్ ఇచ్చేస్తాం. సో now don't you think Big Boss is giving an opportunity for everyone to judge and giving a remote to your hands and asking to vote for the people who you judge is correct? Now you understand my point? So this is why we see this type of, so actually we'll emantarante Big Boss anedi reality game antaru, but sociologists look it as a social experiment. It is clearly an example of social experiment. Social experiment is going on. There a society has been developed. Society within the society has developed and their actors are playing their own part. You understand my point? Okay, so now I hope you have understood this essence of sociology. I'll give one example and move because I want to give diverse examples. So, okay. We didn't talk about any government schemes. Okay, so what is this sociological essence or sociological dimension of this Dalit Bandhu scheme? What politics? Okay. Empowerment, Dalit empowerment. How you are doing Dalit empowerment? Oh, providing them loans. Okay, I say, if women, we see there is so much of discrimination of women, and we are still talking about women empowerment. Do you think that if women get financial stability, she will be empowered?
Yes.
Is it the sole criteria?
No.
No, it is one of the criteria. You understand my point? Now, when you are talking about Dalit empowerment, you are saying, sir, you are giving 10 lakhs of collateral free loan, then they can do business. So how it is empowering them? But I am saying that Dalit Bandhu has also social dimension to it. What is it?
empowerment to make to social justice in the society.
Okay, what type of empowerment are you talking? That is what I'm saying. No, see, definitely woman is empowered, then there is no issue. Why we are still talking about women empowerment from Gandhi's time till now? Because that process haven't ended. It's still in the process. See, the point is, now don't you think our society is, in a society there is hierarchy? Okay, higher caste, lower caste, or can I say, you understand my point? So earlier there used to be Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, untouchables. Okay, now also there is upper caste and lower caste. Now when we are talking about Dalit empowerment, they are the lower strata. They are from lower strata. We are talking about their empowerment. See, the point is, this caste has one dimension which has a very strong dimension, is occupation. Earlier, Brahmins used to be priestly caste. That is the reason why they were respected. And the lower strata, untouchables, used to do manual scavenging, and they used to live on the outskirts. So this occupation has become one of the major differentiating factor, and which has promoted this hierarchy. You understand my point? So people who are very close to God, they are superior. Priestly class, why the Brahmins, why they are superior? Why they are upper caste? They are very close to the God, and their occupation is okay, rituals and all. But when we are talking about lower strata, they are skinning the dead animals, manual scavenging. They used to live in, what you say, cemeteries, outskirts. They were not allowed into agraharas and all. So when you look into our past, we see higher caste used to hire lower caste people and make them work. That is the reason why this hiring has given to subordination. That is how. But now don't you think, when Dalits are being given a capital, this capital will promote enterprise, this capital will promote them to become the entrepreneur. You understand my point? That is how we see we are trying to promote entrepreneurship, whereby instead of an employee, he will become, instead of an employer, he will become an employee. You understand my point? See, earlier there used to be upper caste who used to hire lower caste people and make them subordinate. Now, Dalits, by this investment, they will become entrepreneur. They will hire people from all strata, and this will erase that differences. Now, did you understand this? What you say? The social dimension of this Dalit Bandhu scheme. Is it clear? So this is how we are going to, this broadly theories. There might be simple theories. Like, let me tell you, when I am talking about, okay, here I will tell you, sir, is it that simple? No, there will be some theories, but also those theories will be very simple. Let me tell you, when we are talking about hijab issue. So definitely every educated people will have an consensus around this hijab issue. But don't you think this hijab or parda system is prevalent in the society? In many society, although we see the judgment of Supreme Court also, we see this is happening. Why do you think this is happening in the society? What is your take on it? See, some think it is regressive, some think it is their own right, some think it is progressive, whatever it is. There are divided opinion. But what I am trying to say is, what is your
Religion is a private issue. Only in public places they are prohibited from wearing western and follow the uniform code. Except remaining everywhere, they can follow everything they wish.
Okay, so in public place you are saying that it should not be practiced.
Public place in the sense institutions like the daily schools, like the main institutions.
Okay. No. See, I'm not going into that debate because that we'll discuss in general studies. My argument is, hijab, this issue of hijab or parda system, not only hijab, I'm talking about parda system. North India, there is so much of this parda system. You understand my point? Why this is prevalent? Is it because are women women think it is their right to wear hijab, or it is not their right? Is it being imposed by someone? Definitely. Now the women activists think that, let me tell here, women activists or women activists who are fighting for women rights think that it is being imposed by male dominated society or patriarchy. Then there are many educated people. There are some people. We see now the value set of the society has changed. Gradually this have to go. But there are some women, they are willing to wear it. See, if at all woman thinks it is her right to wear it, then it is no wrong. If woman is being made to wear, forced to wear hijab as a symbol of domination of men, then it is wrong. But you see, the sociologists have seen that there is a other dimension to this also. The point is, see, we are living in a patriarchal dominated society. Women have fought against this patriarchy. We see in some places they try to remove this stereotyping or discrimination. In some places we see this patriarchy has been consolidated. When I am talking about Punjab, Haryana, don't you think I said no? Prosperity has been used to consolidate patriarchy. There were some instances where women could not overcome their male domination. And the fight is still going on. But what happened is, in some places we have seen this hijab issue only. There were some theories which says that patriarchal bargaining system means nothing but father, if at all he is insisting on daughter to wear hijab. Okay, daughter accepts this to wear hijab or parda system. She says that, okay, if you send me to school, I'll follow your tradition. You understand my point? So earlier father or a person who is because of patriarchal attitude, he was against girls sending to school, but he agreed. You see, there is a bargaining system going on. This bargaining system is furthering this hijab practice. You understand my point? These dimensions, you understand my point? This is what I am talking about, essence of sociology. These dimensions all we will be looking at. Okay, so I think I have given enough examples with diverse issues. Okay, chalo, we'll move forward. Okay, fundamentals of sociology. So now we will go till what time we have to take? Yeah.
Sex ratio change among age groups, right?
Yeah.
So, rural areas and urban areas have different sex ratios. In 2023, in urban areas, it's 985 by 1000 males, and it's like in rural, it's 1025,000. But why the difference in urban areas that they take like in rural areas there is lack of vitamin C, and they're not getting proper food. But the sex ratio is increasing. Then why in urban areas is decreasing? Why it is decreasing?
Yeah, I got your point. See, when we are looking into this issue of sex ratio in urban divide, see, sex ratio is not only, what I said is overall sex ratio of India. I said no, when I'm talking, deliberately I did not dig deep into, because I have to give other dimensions. No, see, when we are talking about sex ratio, there is a different regional variability. Means one state has different sex ratio. Not only that, when you see SC and ST, when you look at the sex ratio in SC and ST, according to you, where sex ratio should be more? ST means tribal people, those who live in like tribal identity in tribal areas, where you think that sex ratio should be more.
Since the tribal people will have more sex ratio because they are not having proper education and awareness about the birth and the system.
True, that is what I am trying to see. The dimension of sex ratio, we did not discuss every dimension. I refrained myself from discussing deep, but just I want to give I said no, this is essence of sociology. I just want to give what are the dimensions. See, yes, it is true. in SC, there is adverse sex ratio compared to ST. The reason is, although tribal people who lives in forest areas or secluded, isolated places, we see when we are discussing about tribes, we will look at the characteristics of tribes. But the point is, in SC, the sex ratio is less. The reason is, as you have said, as you have answered, okay, the access to technology is more for the people who are near to urban areas or towns. You understand my point? Then only they can decide the sex of the baby. You understand my point? I hope you understood. I cleared my.
Can we add infant mortality and maternal mortality in this sex ratio, IMR and MMR?
IMM or MMR are health indicators. They impacts. I don't think IMMR and MMR has nothing to do with sex ratio. You understand my point? Sex ratio is you are practicing female feticide. See, just like if there is no proper technology, like if hospitals are not tracking the just by birth, if they are not tracking the birth of a girl child and boy child, we see parents not only in womb, after the birth of a girl child also we see female feticide. What is it? You understand my point? Okay. So I hope I have answered your question. Okay. So is this clear? Till now is everything clear? So when we are talking about sex ratio, there are so many dimensions to it. Okay. So see, this is paper 1 syllabus. So in paper 1 syllabus, you know, paper 1 250 marks and paper 2 250 marks. Okay, how much time do I have? Up to 12:45. Okay. See, I think I have made my. See, I know that I can discuss the syllabus also. I would have explained the same things without going into the detailing of the syllabus. Okay. Now you have understood the essence of sociology. Okay. Anyways, we will use the rest of. If at all I get. So I have around 40 minutes. Okay, we will use that. And more than syllabus coverage, yes. More than syllabus coverage. 42. Okay. So more than syllabus coverage, I'll try to address other questions also, because I think more or less you got what we are going to study in the sociology. Okay. So what is there in the syllabus, we'll just give a glimpse, and then we'll move to the rest of the issues, because I have to clear other of your doubts as well. Okay. So in paper 1 250 marks, I said no, paper 1 is static plus application part. So in paper 1, as I said, no, it is the syllabus is so integrated. So first, as I also said, that it will give we are talking about from the basic of sociology. Okay. So saying that, you see, first chapter, it talks about sociology, the discipline. So it is talking about the evolution of sociology. See, you know, every subject has different genesis, okay, different evolution process. But you see, sociology, there was physics, chemistry, maths, you know, that subject has long history. So the point, I'm not saying that sociology happened somewhere around 19th century. Sociology as a discipline has been started to be as a body of knowledge. It has been started from 1839, 1840 onwards. Okay. Sir, when you are saying that sociology is study of society, everyone is living as a part of society. Everyone has an understanding of society. Yes, everyone have an observation of society. But the point is, the sociologists have come together, thinkers have come together and understood that we have to establish a separate subject. Okay, there were also the factors. I'll discuss briefly also. There were also factors which was responsible for the rise of this subject called sociology. You understand my point? So we will be talking about first the sociology as a discipline, how the sociology has evolved into subject. Okay. Next, we will be discussing about, okay, when I am talking about sociology as a discipline, let me briefly, 2 minutes, I'll quickly talk about how this discipline has evolved. Sir, so when I'm talking, you might be thinking, you might have history. Okay, history has been done. So ancient India, Okay. In ancient India also you see in Vedic period, or when you are talking about Indus Valley civilization, every history book talks about society or social practices during that point of time. Now, don't you think that comes under subject matter of sociology? But this has all been, as a discipline has been started in 19th century. But we have a certain understanding of society from ancient times. You understand my point? Am I making it clear? So, as a body of knowledge, sociology has been codified. The theories has been streamlined. Theories has been put forward, and they have been codified and made it as a discipline. Okay, so this to rise, how it rose as a discipline. Now, you see, this subject has been started in European society. Okay, so the first heading of this, there are three subparts in sociology. First heading is modernity and social change in Europe and rise of sociology. What is it? Okay. Okay. Modernity and social change in Europe. Okay. Rise of sociology. Okay. So what happened is, let me briefly, not going in detail. See, definitely what happened was, modernity means modern changes are happening. What do you say is modernity? What type of factors have led to this modernity? See, basically, listen quickly. When we go into details, I will not be in a rush, but we will discuss in detail. But today, we'll briefly discuss about it. See, modernity means nothing but the modern changes which is happening. Have you heard about Renaissance? Renaissance means nothing but Middle Ages to modern ages. That period. In that period, there was certain changes in thought process of art, literature, modern ideas. These contributed to this modernity. Then there was French Revolution. Have you heard? Okay, French Revolution. In French Revolution only we the new idea. I think today only your sir was discussing about liberty, equality, and fraternity. No, okay. So I overheard. So that democratic state, these type of changes. So French Revolution, intellectual changes, intellectual ideas, scientific revolutions, political changes, industrialization, all these have brought some changes in the society. More than these things, there was a decline of church. Earlier, priestly class with a unholy nexus with the ruling class used to dictate society, used to control society. But this rational thought, intellectual ideas, intellectual thought process have brought these changes. That is how we see modern changes. Modernity has been imbibed into Europe. So these modern ideas has brought a change in Europe. You understand my point? Definitely, earlier there were Middle Ages, there was feudal society. Gradually, it has been changed to modern society. You understand my point? Definitely, the society changes happens. Array, simple point. Before COVID, after COVID. Why we are saying before COVID and after COVID? Don't you think the perception, behavior has changed? COVID తర్వాత లాక్డౌన్ తర్వాత బయటికి రండి, పక్కన ఎవరైనా నిల్చున్నారు అనుకోండి, హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ లాగా ట్రీట్ చేయరు మీరు. People used to treat as he's a carrier of virus. That is the reason why you wore mask. So change happened, no? So because of that, so new changes were happening in European society. Like, let me give you example. Industrialization happened. Earlier there was not that much industrialization. Workers used to go to industries. Then earlier they used to be in rural areas. Because of industries they have to relocate. But in urban areas, land congestion would be there, slums would grow up. You understand my point? I already discussed about alienation. You understand my point? So these and rising up of slums will give rise to crime rate. You understand my point? Don't you think these are all social changes which is happening? Briefly, you understand my point? So, I am saying that there are some factors which have been bringing this modernity, and gradually because of this modernity, social change is happening. Gradually what happened is, because of this modernity, new issues are rising in the society, which is giving rise to crisis of modernity. See, earlier in European society, there was family structure was very simple. Everyone used to be joint families, or they used to live in together. Now, when industry started, industry won't be established in rural areas, they would be established in urban areas. People have to migrate. Now, don't you think breaking of family happening? Okay, breaking of family happening, industrial long work hours, and nuclear families happen. And in industries also, you are getting alienated from the product. Alienation is happening. Meaningful life, you are moving away from meaningful life. Meaningless life is happening. Divorce rate happens. You understand my point? This is how divorce is increasing, slums are increasing, new crime rate is increasing. You understand my point? So that is how we see crisis is happening in the society. To study that crisis, don't you think a vacuum is created? Will physics able to study that? You understand my point? That is how we see the rise of sociology or emergence of sociology. Now you understood briefly. See, we will discuss in detail about all these things. I tried to, in brief, I wanted to discuss. Okay. So sociology as a science. So finally, as a body of knowledge to address this social change, to address this crisis in modernity, what type of problem to this, what type of solutions to these problems. This is what we see the theories of sociology. So finally, sociology as a discipline has been established. Immediately, you know, other disciplines will not like it. What is this sociology? Okay, will you call it as a science or a natural science or a social science? So again the debate happened. Not only this, some people said that, you are saying that sociology as a discipline has started now. Don't you think we are living in a society from a long time? It is not sociology as a subject. Sociology is not a subject. It is common sense knowledge. You are saying this common sense knowledge as a subject. How would we agree to that common sense knowledge? If you have a common sense knowledge, don't you have that same common sense to address the rising problems? Your common sense failed there. That was the reason we needed a subject of sociology. So, sociology has to struggle. The thinkers have to debate regarding its essentiality, its credibility. First, you have to prove your credibility as a subject. That is how, see, evolution and the debate which happens to establish its credibility happens in second chapter and third chapter. So, how sociology is different from history, how sociology is different from philosophy, how sociology is different from psychology. See, psychology, people study it from individual perspective. The study of psychology is individual perspective. But don't you think individual is influenced by society? So we will see how thinkers gave theories, how individual is being influenced by society. You understand my point? Those type of theories they try to give. Okay. Next, in research methodologies, and now see, first of all, sociology have to fight with other subjects to establish its credibility. Next, sociologists themselves gradually fought in the later part, saying that what should be the subject matter of sociology? Is sociology a science? Is sociology a art? You understand my point? So there are sociological theories, sociological thinkers who are positivists, who think that sociology, who promoted the theory sociology as a science. See, what is a science? Which have principles. So, proofs, cause effect undali. నిమ్మకాయ కింద పడితే నిమ్మకాయ గాల్లో నిమ్మకాయ కిందికి వేసినాం అనుకో భూమి మీద పోవాలి. ఎందుకు పోతుంది? గ్రావిటేషన్. అంతే కదా. ఊరికే యాపిల్ ఎందుకు? పాపం డిస్క్రిమినేషన్ ఎందుకు? నిమ్మకాయ కూడా కిందికే కదా పోయేది, గాల్లో తేలేదు కదా. సో when we are talking about this, so there would be cause and effect because of gravity. gravitational pull, this event is happening. So sociologists also brought up some theories which try to address, which looked for universal applications. Some theories have universal application, some couldn't. So positivists tried to promote it as a science. There were anti-positivists who said that no, it is not science. There were non-positivists who said that it is science, but different type of science. Did I see? Okay, again understood. Again I am repeating. First 3 chapters. First chapter, it is talking about evolution of sociology, not as a sociology as a discipline. You understand my point? Because sociological understanding was there. Society understanding was there from long time. As a discipline, it has been started. You know, for that matter, we know Auguste Comte is called as a father of sociology, but many people will say that Karl Marx should be the father of sociology. Some people who are followers of Weber, some people who are, these are the thinkers, who are the followers of Immanuel Durkheim, they say these all people are fathers. But the father of sociology is Auguste Comte. He is a positivist. Okay. Now, my argument is, when I say Karl Marx was very much earlier to Auguste Comte, his understanding, his theories, his analysis of sociology, analysis of society was have so much subject matter of sociology. But why we don't consider him as a father? We'll discuss about this also. So, but what I'm trying to say is, you wanted to establish it as a discipline. When you wanted to establish that as a discipline, there should be theories. There should be subject matter of study. And then subject and physics is studying about, okay, you know the subject matter of physics, you know the subject matter of chemistry, you know the subject matter of mathematics. There should be there. So Auguste Comte tried to prove those things, tried to codify it, brought some credibility. You understand my point? So in first part, it is about evolution. Second part, it is about debate. Okay, where sociology, science are huge, natural science are so social science, not artificial science. Okay. So next, we'll be talking about research methods and analysis. So gradually, sir, ipudu debate enti sociology and science, natural science, human science. Is it social science or human science? We will have a good debate on it. See, for that matter, you know, when you go to 5-star hotel and when you go to good restaurants also, the food, biryani is going to be the same. But you know, there is a difference in taste. Okay. And ivanni kaakunda, man intlo mummy chese food is very different taste. So, what the chefs, those who become chef, what they will be doing? They will read, they will study, their discipline is about how to cook. It is a science for them. You understand my point? But don't you think mother don't know any science, but her dishes are okay, so delicious? You understand my point? So this is where our sociology lies also. You understand my point? But chefs who are in 5-star hotel or 7-star hotels, they say that no, it is a science. Okay, this much salt you have to add, this much whatever ingredients you have to add. You understand my point? So ready-made recipe untundi, they will be doing it. But with mother, she won't have any ready-made recipe, but she will make a delicious dish. It is art. So somewhere around, we will be looking into the debate of sociology also. Just nothing but trying to bring into reality, like close to you, what is the debate all about. Okay. So next we will be discussing about stratification and mobility. Okay, when we are talking about stratification, what is stratification? Okay, society has been, yes, true. Society has been arranged into a different layers. Means some people are being placed in higher position, some people are placed in low position. Simple. Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Now don't you think that is a stratification? Okay, I'll ask you one simple question. What is the difference between stratification and hierarchy? See, Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras are also hierarchy arrangement. Now, what is the difference between this stratification and hierarchy? Hierarchy ante endi, stratification ante endi? See, is syllabus ఇది ప్రాపర్ గా చూడండి. సో stratification and mobility. Okay, when we are talking about stratification and mobility, stratification means you said like definitely there is a layered arrangement. Okay, some people are placed above, some people are placed below. But when we are talking about hierarchy, that is the difference between stratification and hierarchy is rigid model. Stratification is open model. For suppose, okay, stratification or how the society is stratified. Okay, when I am saying this, Brahmins, okay, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Okay, now this is how the society is arranged. Okay, now when I am saying it is hierarchical, when I meant by hierarchy, what I meant by hierarchy is it is a closed system. This is rigid arrangement. There is no mobility. Shudras can never become Vaishyas, or Vaishyas can never come to the status of Kshatriyas. You understand my point? So hierarchy means closed grouping. Stratification means open grouping. You understand my point? See, M.N. Srinivas, Indian sociological thinker, what he has said is there is a concept called Sanskritization and Westernization. What is Sanskritization? See, why Brahmins are respected in this Varna model? Why Brahmins are superior? Why they are respected? Because they are priestly class. They are very close. They are very close to the god. Okay, so they know all these rituals. They don't consume alcohol. They don't eat non-veg. So lower strata people, they are also well educated. See, earlier they thought that these rituals they only could learn only by Brahmins, but people from lower strata also realized that these are not that tough, and they also learned those things. That is the reason why we will be talking about great people who are not from Brahmins but also have done wonders. Okay, so now when I am saying these are when I am saying this from lower strata people can go to upper strata, then that is what we call as a mobility. Sanskritization is nothing but people from lower strata, Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriyas have gave up consumption of alcohol and meat and practiced these rituals and learned these rituals, Vedic mantras, and that is how they started to copy these practices of Brahmins. They try to impersonate these Brahmins. That is how they have tried to move above this ladder. So if a society, if there is a stratification, there is a chance of mobility. If the society is hierarchy, there is no chance of mobility. Now you understand my point? So Westernization is also nothing but Westernization is Western educated people. You are English educated. Now we are giving more importance to merit. What giving importance to merit is nothing but giving importance to merit is we are trying to strive for equality. A person from lower caste also, SC, ST, BC can also become IAS, can also become Prime Minister of India. You understand my point? Can we say our society is hierarchy? No, but it's not always the same. There are so many theories, okay, on this stratification hierarchy. We will be looking at. Now you understand what is this stratification and okay, stratification and mobility. Okay, then we will be discussing about work and economic life. See, under this, I told you, no, Infosys Narayan Murthy story. This comes under this work and economic. Clearly, you can see it is not talking about work and economic sector. It is talking about life. Now, don't you think it has social dimension? So here we will have here we will be discussing about So sociology and economy, we'll be discussing about how sociology is different from economy. Okay, nowadays we see earlier a discipline has to be independent. Now we see in subjects also interdependence. You understand my point? We'll be also looking into these issues. So work and economic life, we will be focusing on we'll be focusing on formal sector, informal sector. See, what is the difference between formal sector and informal sector? Okay, so job security untadi formal sector lo, informal sector lo undadu. Maximum undadu.
Formal sector is more organized.
Okay, very good. What is the difference between formal sector, informal sector? What is the difference between formal and organized sector? Both are same. There is no difference.
Formal sector is more.
Is everyone with me? Okay. So see, I think you have come on board. That is the reason why కొంచెం నేను fast గా కూడా చెప్తున్నాను. Okay. Because you are trying to appreciate what I am trying to say. So let us go faster. Okay. Formal sector and informal sector. Formal sector and organized sector. See, actually, organized is a legal term. And like legally we use organized sector. But when we look from sociological perspective, we call it as a formal sector and informal sector. Formal sector means nothing but there is established rules and regulations. Simple point. Layman గా చెప్పాలి అంటే స్టేషనరీ స్టోర్లో ఎవరైనా వర్కర్ పనిచేస్తున్నా అనుకో అన్ని చేయాలి. టీ పెట్టియాలి, గ్రాసరీస్ అగ్రిగేట్ చేయాలి, అకౌంట్స్ చూసుకోవాలి, అన్ని చూడాలి. But when in formal sector, there would be an accountant, there would be a marketing person, there would be a helper. You understand my point? There is a division of labor antam. You understand my point? That will be there. Now you understood what is the difference between formal sector and informal sector. Okay, is it clear? We will be discussing about those aspects. Then we will be discussing about politics and society. Just now I told you casteization of politics and politicization of caste. You understand my point? Actually, if at all I would have more time, I would have discussed this. What is this concept of casteization? Cheppan madam. I told I will explain. Okay, anyways, see, casteization of politics means, listen, I know if at all in hurry, I would properly convey it, but briefly I will be telling you. Like, you know, after independence, we brought this concept of reservation.
Yes. Yes.
Reservation, there is an allotted seats for SCs, STs. You understand my point? There are 15% of seats are being allotted to them. You understand my point? So earlier, they were not, these lower caste people were not allowed to become leaders or be political leaders. But reservation made it, definitely there should be there. So earlier, who were the leaders? From upper caste? Upper strata. Like, see, okay, from upper strata. So, but don't you think upper strata people need the help of these 15% seats to become the chief minister? To become MLA or MP, they don't need. But to become the chief minister, now don't you think you need majority of MPs or majority of MLAs to support your candidature for chief minister? Then you cannot ignore these people. So, upper caste people mobilized people from lower caste. That is what we say politics, politicization of caste. Means nothing but why lower caste people would have supported, or lower caste would have supported the candidature for them is they thought development would happen. Okay, development of lower caste would be done by the chief minister. See, definitely if lower caste alone cannot become chief minister, but they need the help. No caste or no one political party without taking into consideration of, without promoting their political ideology into every strata of the society, they cannot become chief minister or they cannot rule a state. So that is the reason why they have caste, they have politicized. That is what we call as a politicization of caste. Means upper caste people took the help, mobilized lower caste people into their favor such that they become the leaders. But why lower caste people have supported them is because definitely they thought that development would happen. But history is a testimony to the fact. That did not happen. Now, don't you think awareness is developing in the society? Democracy is becoming more democratized. Means nothing but democratized means democracy is reaching grassroots. Now, everyone is becoming aware. Now, these lower caste or not only lower caste, I'm not talking about lower caste, SCs, STs, BC organizations, they have started to realize that because of them, the development is not happening. These castes have started to use their own identity to form a political party. Have you heard of Kansiram? Bahujan Samajwadi Party. He started this for Bahujans. Who are Bahujans? Lower caste. Or not the traditional upper caste. You understand my point? They used this caste identity, mobilize and trying to grab power. The debate is about grabbing power. Earlier, upper caste used to mobilize lower caste or other caste organizations for power. Now they understood that if we are not going to benefit out of it. They used their own caste identity and trying to grab power. Yes, Kansiram was the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh. Okay, now you understand my point. Mayawati, also Bahujan Samajwadi Party. Now R.S. Pawan Kumar is also trying to use the same thing. You understand? Now did you get what is politicization of caste? Casteization of politics. Okay, just one question. Which do you think that it is positive? Which do you think that which is negative in this? First one is positive. Okay, I'll leave it to you because it's okay. We will discuss in the next classes, but I hope you understood the concept. Politicization of caste and casteization of politics. Okay, so that is, see, basically politics and society, we will be here. See, I'm telling, I forgot to tell, in sociology, there are, in paper 1, what are the same topics which are there in paper 2. When you look at the syllabus, you will understand why I said it is shortest or the syllabus is easy. Is because there are so many overlapping syllabuses. Like in paper 1, what you read. When I am discussing in classes also, till stratification we will be doing for paper 1. After that, work and economic life, I will try to do parallelly, paper 1 and paper 2. I hope you understood my point. So, we will be discussing about politics and society, then we will be discussing about religion and society. Systems of kinship. Kinship means nothing but relatives. How relatives are related? Consanguinity and conjugal relationship. Aim level. Consanguinity is blood relations. Okay. Conjugal relations means marriage. Now, don't you think child is related to their parents consanguinely, but mother is in conjugal relationship with father? You understand my point? See, don't get intimidated by these words. Consanguinity means blood relations. Children are related to parents through blood. Conjugal relations is mother entered into a conjugal relationship with father. You understand my point? That is how family grows. Kins means relatives. We will be studying about different types of kinship system which is present in the world. Then we will come to Indian context in paper 2. Okay. Then we will be talking about social change in society. As I said, when we are talking about social change in Europe, on the same lines, we will be talking about social change in modern society. Don't you think science and technology will act as a factor for social change? New technologies has been introducing to the society that will bring changes. Okay. Okay. In paper 2, see, I think that I'll skip this paper 2 because mostly what we have discussed, all the examples, essence of, I will try to give you from paper 2 perspective only, So, you can look into the syllabus. With my understanding, definitely, it will be easy to understand also. You just go give a glimpse into that syllabus also because I want to focus on other slides. Why sociology is a good optional subject for civil services examination? I wanted to, because this from now only most of your 60 to 70% of your doubts would be cleared. So I don't want to skip this part. Okay, so when we are talking about, okay, so why sociology is a good optional for civil services? First thing, see, when you, first and foremost thing is syllabus is short. Okay, and second thing is syllabus is from basics. It would be very easy to understand. Okay, it will be, and I told you, no, paper 1, see, paper 2 is more Indian society only. There will be nothing new. That is the reason why I discussed about paper 1. Okay, next, when it comes to subject, like the syllabus of sociology also, there is so much, not only interlinking, it is integrated. You cannot separate one, you cannot study one part different from others. So there is so much of interdependence. And second thing is, if you study sociology, it will be very much helpful in GS paper 1. Every year 75 to 85 marks is being from sociology, or is in from subjects which you learn from sociology. So in GS paper 1, out of 250, 75 to 85 marks would be from Indian society. So you can easily fetch those marks. So that is first thing. Second thing, understanding sociology is utmost important to write answers in ethics. Because ethics, they have given this syllabus. Like UPSC, ethics has been recently added. UPSC have taken essence, something from every subject and added in ethics paper. But majoritarily, we see the understanding of society is very much important in answering ethics. Whether it might be in static portion also, whether it might be you want to write about ethics, values, morals. You cannot write about values, you cannot write about norms without talking about family, importance of family, without talking about socialization. You understand my point? So in ethics also, that whether it might be in static portion, and out of 6 case studies, 6 or 7 case studies, every year 2 case studies will be from sociological understanding. Means we'll see gender justice, gender sensitization, socialization. These all things will be very much helpful in answering those case studies. Whether it might be static understanding of concepts, or whether it might be in answering those case studies, sociological understanding is very much important. Understanding society is very much important. So out of 6 case studies, 2 case studies would be would be definitely asked about gender issues, women issues, whether it might be gender justice, whether it might be process of socialization. You understand my point? Next, coming to this point, every year there will be 1 or 2 essays from importance of sociological understanding or society. In 2023, out of 8 essays, you know, essay also, they have 2 sections. In first section, they will have 4 questions. In second section, they will have 4 questions. See, last year, UPSC has given 8 philosophical questions. When you want to write philosophical, when you look into those philosophical questions also, I'll give examples also. You need that sociological understanding. You need that more than sociological understanding. You need to understand society. You understand my point? Whether it might be philosophical also, but mostly, definitely there will be 1 question from Indian society, or society, not Indian society, from society, understanding social issues, precisely speaking. So social issues, there will be 1 question. So 125 marks in essay. Next, in GS1 definitely there will be 85 marks. Okay, and sir 75 marks kada 85 ante see, recently what they are trying to do is they are linking post independence India with social issues. then you cannot write completely that answer. You cannot answer the demand of that question by completely looking at from the lens of post-independence knowledge. You need sociological knowledge also, society understanding also. You understand my point? Okay. So whether it might be in paper 1, whether it might be in ethics, whether it might be essay, there is so much of overlapping of syllabus that understanding by taking sociology as an optional, it will be very much helpful. And more than anything else, I forgot to mention this point. When you are talking about sociology, see, you say that when I say sociology is easy, why I am saying sociology is easy? Why everyone can take sociology irrespective of their background is 50 to 60% of optional paper is almost repetitive. The themes are repetitive. I'll prove you. Okay. 50 to 70%. Almost 80% of the paper can be predicted. Whatever test series we are giving. Like in our course, there is also test series. Okay, optional test series. 80% of the questions we can predict, and those questions will be there in the paper. That is the reason why, like many people will be saying, anyone, if at all now also you take this sociology paper, go to your home, look at the sociology paper. When you easily you can write those answers. When you look at the questions, you can write that answers, and you can score more marks than other subjects. If you take history optional, if you take geography optional, give an attempt. But if you take sociology optional without coaching, you can easily get 150 marks. 150, 160 marks you can easily get. Because though all the social issues which you have understanding around you, but the point is 150, 160 marks is chaladu kada. We need 300 plus. And see, in the market there is so much of madness about these 300 marks. 2020 లో అసలు UPSC 300 మార్క్స్ కాదు, 290 కూడా ఎవరికి రాలేదు. ఆప్షనల్ హైయెస్ట్ 280s. సో డోంట్ గో బై దిస్ 300 మార్క్స్ ఫిగర్. వాట్ ఐ సే ఇస్, hardly who clear prelims, 14,000, 15,000 people are clearing prelims. There would be roughly around 1,500 or 1,600 or 1,700 people with sociology optional. All you have to do is, you have to be in top 200 of those. 1,500, 1,600 people, those who cleared prelims with sociology as an optional will be there. దాంట్లో మనం 200 to 250 members లో ఉంటే చాలు, irrespective of this magic figure. Okay, as I said, no, 50 to 60% paper you can predict, repetitive, same questions వచ్చాయి sociology. And second thing is, mostly it is predictable paper, especially when it comes to GS paper 1 or paper 2. Okay. Okay, overlapping with essay. Read this first essay. (2023) essay. Is this topic new to you? Can I say, is it directly related with social dimension, sociological understanding of society? Understanding of society, not sociological understanding of society. Okay, so what do you think is the demand of the question here? Asal core issue enti ikkada? Stereotype. Very good. Stereotype. What is stereotype definition enti? Culturally you are assigning a role to men and women. It is unfair, biased also, but you are assigning. Okay, mother have to do this, mother has to cook, father has to, no, father has to sit and tell mother what she should cook. Aren't mothers working? Working mothers are also supposed to cook, because it is a stereotype. You understand my point? So girls are weighed down by restrictions and, okay, you understand my point? So did you get now stereotype? So stereotype is, girls are this stereotype attitude, this stereotyping is restricting women, and it is putting unnecessary demand from men to work. You understand my point? Did you get this point? 2023. So just you got this essence of sociology only. Now you are understanding these essays are very much related with our subject. Okay, a society that has more justice is a society that needs less charity. See, simple point. When you want to do charity, just now I told you, no, when I'm talking about productivity and economic growth, when there is proper trickle down effect, when economy is properly distributed, then only you see injustice will be reduced, poverty levels will be reduced. When there is poverty, when rich people are becoming richer, rich and poor people are becoming poor, don't you think poverty levels are increasing in the society? Okay, see, I can go into detailing also, but we are running out of time. We will discuss about this. Next, see, please give a thought into this third topic and tell me what is that demand of the question.